Good morning, students. Myself Rohit sir, and today we are just going to start our new chapter, that is chapter number 3, rational numbers. Okay. So today's topic is introduction to rational number, and this is a part 1 of this chapter. So now we're just going for the introduction of a rational number. So what's a rational number? Any number that can be made by dividing one number by another, means numbers are in upon. The words comes from ratio. All the numbers including the natural, whole, decimal, fractions and the integers, means in rational numbers these all numbers are there. A number of the form of p by q means numerator upon denominator, where q means the denominator value, q is not equals to 0, means q never be 0. So that type of number is called the rational number. It means 1 upon 0 is not possible, minus 1 upon 0 is not possible, 3 upon 0 is not possible. Means if a 0 is in upon, means in a denominator place, it's not equals to, is not said to be a rational number. Now here p and q both are integers. Both are integers. Integers means the minus value, the plus value and the zeros. In this rational number p may be 0. The value of p may be 0, but the value of q couldn't be 0. In rational number, p is called the numerator and q is called the denominator. For example, minus 5 by 6, 11 by 8 and 2 upon 15, etc. Here minus 5, 11 and 2 are called the numerator or p, and 6, 8, 15 is called the denominator, that is the value of q. It's a simple. The upper value is known as numerator, that is denoted by p, and the lower term, lower value denoted by q is called the denominator. 0 is a rational number. Now we are just study the values of zeros. 0 divided by any integer result the rational number be 0. It means if p equals to 0 and q is any value except 0, again I am repeating, if p is 0 and q is any integers except 0, the final answer is 0. 0 can be written in the form of p by q. 0 is also a rational number. For example, if we write 0 upon 11, 0 upon minus 4, 0 upon 8, 0 upon 1 minus 2, we have a values what? 0. All the answer is 0. Again I am telling, p should be 0, q can't be 0. If p should be 0, the answer is 0. If q should be 0, it is not a rational number. It is not possible. Now, rational numbers have a negative terms and the positive terms. It means we see numerator can be minus, denominator can be minus, numerator can be plus, denominator can be plus, numerator can be minus, denominator can be plus. Okay, so we can represent rational number of a negative and the positive number in a 3 ways. First, both number in positive, that is p and q, are in positive. B, both numbers in negative, that is p and q, are in negative. Or C, one number is positive and other in negative. It means maybe p is positive, q is negative, or p is negative and q is positive. So for the first both number is positive. In a rational number, if P and Q both are positive, in a rational number, if P and Q are positive, then the rational number is positive. For example, 7 by 8. Here 7 is positive and 8 is positive. It means it is a positive rational number. B. 56 upon 145. It is also a positive integer. C. 6 upon 1, 2, 3, 4. So the value of P is 6 and the value of Q is 1, 2, 3, 4. Again both the values are positive, so the whole number is positive. So in this all three examples, all P and Q are in positive, so our rational number is also in positive. Point B. Both number is negative. Now suppose if P and Q both are negative numbers, then rational number is positive, because both, as we simplify the rational numbers, the minus sign get cut. As a see example, in A, minus 17 upon minus 38. In this minus cut. So again we get 17 upon 38, a positive number. So it is simple for us. If both P and Q, again I am repeating, both P and Q are negative, then also the rational number is positive, because the sign of minus should be cutted. Okay. So now is in example B, minus 67 upon minus 145. Therefore 67 upon 145. Similarly in section C, in sum C, example C, minus 19 upon minus 234. That is again the minus cut, and the answer is positive 19 upon 2, 3, 4, etc. Now we just moving for the C options. One number is positive, another number is negative. Okay, in this, if any of P or Q, any P or Q is negative, then the rational number is negative. It means if P is negative, Q is positive, and Q is negative, then P is positive. So for example, A, it's a minus 87 upon 8. In this example, the value of P, the numerator, is in minus, and the value of Q, denominator, is in plus. But the positive value is with Q and the negative value is with P. So the final rational number is also in negative, that is minus 87 upon 8. In example B, value is 6 upon minus 17. 6 upon minus 17. So here P is positive, Q is negative, but overall the number 6 upon minus 17 is a negative rational number. So it's clear, if both the number are positive, the final rational number is positive. If both the number are negative, that is P and Q are negative, then also the rational number is positive. In C, one of the number is negative, the final rational number is negative. Okay, this only three sums we have. Now the assignment for the practice is a very easy one. You have to write any 10 positive or negative rational number, any 10 rational numbers, but sure it is a positive or negative. You can use P as a negative, Q as a negative, or both as a negative. If you take both negative, then it automatically plus. One thing you should have to remember in your mind, that you are not supposed to take Q equals to 0. Q are not supposed to equals to 0. Okay, you can take P equals to 0, it's a rational number, but you are not supposed to take Q equals to 0, means the denominator cannot be 0. And the second question is, list 5 rational numbers between minus 1 and 4 and 1 and 7. So you simply, what should you have to do? Just draw a number line, plot out the point minus 1 and 4 and find out the 5 rational number between these two number. It may be a negative, it may be a 0, it may be a positive, it may be a decimal, or it may be a in p by q form. Similarly, for question number 2, you have to just draw a number line, point out the point 1 and 7, and you have to find the 5 rational number between this. Okay, so now we are just move for the completion of this part. In next part, we are just going to study about the different operations in rational number. Thank you.